Welcome back once again, everybody. How's everyone doing? I hope you're doing well. Welcome back to another episode of Film Finder. Today we'll be having a look at 5 titles that I've currently found on Vinted. If you guys don't know about Vinted, it's basically a pretty much similar setup to eBay. Apart from there is no bidding on things. They are all a set price. You can make people offers on items they've got for sale. And it's pretty good for finding second-hand physical media on. I score loads of stuff off it. So it's definitely worth a look if you're after specific items that you can't find elsewhere. Because I've found some stuff on here that you wouldn't have thought would have been on a selling app like this, and I've got them for really good money. So let's go over and have a look what I've found this week. So all of the items that I've got off Vinted on this particular video all came from the same seller, and we started off with a 2-disc German release of The Stand. I don't know what's different between this and the UK release. I'm not sure if the UK release is only 1 disc. I can't seem to find out. But yeah, I saw this. I bizarrely didn't have a copy of The Stand for some reason. So pick this one up. It's like I said, two disc. And from what I can make out, there's the theatrical cut and a director's cut on there. There doesn't seem much difference on the runtimes, like a couple of minutes. There is some special features on there, but I can't work out what it is because it's in German. So I'll have to put it on Google Translate to have a look what it is. But I thought that was quite cool. You know what I mean? You don't come across foreign titles that often up on Vinted. And like I said, I didn't own a copy of The Stand. So that was one of the ones I put in my wish list off this seller. Next up, Spectres. Again, I wasn't expecting to see this on the same seller, but like eBay, when you go to a specific seller on Vinted, you can actually see their entire sort of like shop front, what they've got up for sale on there. And there's always deals to be had, like I'll explain after I've showed you all the titles, prices I paid, how you can get discounts and stuff like that. But it was nice to see Spectre pop up on there. Not particularly rare in any way, shape or form, but it doesn't pop up that often. I think this is the only sort of release we've got this in the UK. Obviously you can go back and get the VHS, but we have no Blu-ray this in the UK. So when I saw this one pop up, I thought, yeah, we'll have a bit of that, a bit of Donald Pleasance in an Italian exploitation horror film. So that was a nice one to get off this seller as well as. Ooh, now we're talking. This is an absolute badass film. 1 Down, 2 to Go. One of the best black exploitation films you will ever see. Featuring Jim Brown, Fred Williamson, Jim Kelly and Richard Roundtree. 4 motherfucking badasses all in one film. If you've never seen this, this is a delight to watch. Again, not extremely rare on DVD, doesn't really go for that much secondhand, but it's again one that doesn't pop up too often, and it's brilliant. You know what I mean? If you like martial arts films, if you like straight up action films, if you like exploitation films, if you like 70s black exploitation for the sort of like kung fu stuff and action stuff, you will be all over this. This is an absolute delight. And it was nice that the seller had this one as well, so I grabbed that one off them. Next, we've got Silver Bullet. I do own an ex-rental VHS copy of Silver Bullet. It's one of my prized possessions in my VHS section over there. And I didn't have a DVD of it, and this one popped up. The only thing that lets this DVD down is the artwork is absolute tosh. That tells you nothing about that film in any way, shape or form when you look at it. But nevertheless, it was quite nice to have this on DVD. There is no Blu-ray this in the UK. That's obviously stuck in licensing somewhere. But this is a Studio Canal release, and it actually looks okay considering it's DVD. You know what I mean? It is widescreen, so it is a bit better than the VHS version I've got, which is in 4:3. But because this is the only version of this available in the UK, this holds quite a decent price. I mean, it's about £6 or £7 to buy a second-hand copy of this now. So that was a nice addition as well as. And finally, House of Wax from Vincent Price. And now I do own a Blu-ray copy of this, and that was put out by HMV in the Premium Collection line. There's a reason that I threw this one in, and I'll explain to you why now. So if you find a seller on Vinted, I would say 90% of the time, if you buy so many items off them, they can set a discounted price. So if you went to my shop page now, if you buy 3 items from me, it deducts 10%. And the more you buy, the more of a deduction it goes. And this was exactly the same for this seller. So there are all the titles that I got from him. So I got House of Wax, Silver Bullet, One Down, Two to Go, Spectres, and The Stand. There was £1 each. And once you added 5 to the basket, it deducted 10%. So I got all 5 for £4.50, which is bargain considering Silver Bullet's about, you know what I mean, 5, 6, £7 on its own. Add Spectres into there as well. That's about a £5, I think, that film. I wouldn't like to think how much that German version of The Stand is. That's must be around the £5 mark normally. House of Wax, I wouldn't say it's worth a great deal. Couple of quid maybe. One Down, Two to Go. That's probably worth a couple of quid too. So yeah, so when you rack it up like that, you know what I mean, if I was to go through like CEX or somewhere else to buy all this, you're probably looking like, what, close to £20 mark for the 5 films. And yeah, £4.50 from Vinted off one seller. Not to be sniffed at, and again, you can find many a Blu-ray and 4K title on there. So if you're looking for second-hand Blu-ray and 4K, it's definitely a place to have a look at. I wouldn't poo-poo it at all, because what I found is there's always the scope to message these sellers, and you know what I mean, say, listen, you've got a title up for a tenner, would you take £8 for it? And you can offer them a cheeky little knockdown on it, and 9 times out of 10 they agree, because most people that are selling on Vinted just want rid of the shit they've got. So I've had some good bargains off it over the years, and it's definitely worth a look if you're into the market like I am about buying second-hand titles. I buy new stuff occasionally, but predominantly the most of the stuff in my collection is second-hand. I would obviously go and have a look. Go and have a look at Vinted. It is definitely worth your time. You can troll through it like you do on eBay. You can specifically look for a specific thing if you want to. You can just troll through DVDs or lists of DVDs and lists of Blu-rays and all kinds of stuff. But it's definitely worth a look. Because like I said, you know what I mean, close to £20 worth of films for £4.50. Can't really go wrong. And on that note, everybody, thank you very much for tuning in, and just remember, keep it cult.